Sadly, missing a putt is a frustratingly common occurrence in golf, and it tends to happen most often when your friends, or worse, your work colleagues are watching. While you may think there is something wrong with your stroke, it turns out that your problem may be simply that you are looking in the wrong place. Recent research shows that pro golfers actually fix their gaze on the ball much longer than amateurs when making a putt. Scientists call it the quiet eye, and it's a matter of mind over muscle. I'm here at the University of Exeter in southwest England with Sam Vine, who's a specialist in the psychology of sports. And Sam has been studying how the quiet eye helps professional golfers do really well on 18 holes. Sam, how does the quiet eye actually work?
Well, the quiet eye was first observed by Professor Joan Vickers back in 1992, and she found that expert golfers, as well as having very different swings to more novice golfers, they controlled their eyes in a very different way. And what she discovered is that experts tend to have a very consistent pattern of eye fixations between the hole and the ball when they're lining up their putt, but also that they have this sort of very steady, quiet eye fixation in the moments during and after the putt. And what we think this quiet eye does is helps the performer to provide their brain with all the information that it needs in order to calculate and produce a smooth movement. Quiet eye training is a way of helping them to maintain focus, to focus and pay attention to what's right at the right time. And that ultimately helps them to be more accurate with putts when they need to.
And can amateurs like me learn the quiet eye technique?
We've shown in some of our research that if you were to train novices in the quiet eye technique, rather than training them in typical coaching and sort of swing related instructions, that they actually get better quicker.
Sam, I feel a little bit like a space alien with these glasses on. What do they do?
So the purpose of the glasses is really to assess where it is you're fixating when you're putting. So the eye tracker allows us to see what you're seeing before, during and after the putting stroke.
But an amateur golfer doesn't need these to learn how to do the quiet eye, do they?
No, I mean, you could probably assess somebody's quiet eye perfectly well by just observing them, looking at their eye movements, looking at their head movements, and maybe even using a simple video camera just to see the duration of each fixation on different parts of the green and the way that they are focusing their eyes when they're putting.
All right, well, let's take a stroke and see how it works.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is take your normal position above the ball and prepare yourself as you normally would as a golfer. What we're then looking for you to do is to make very steady fixations on the hole and the ball for about 2 seconds on each location.
So I look at the ball first.
So start by looking at the ball and positioning your putter right up behind the ball. Mm-hmm. Now make one long steady fixation on the hole, and then back to the ball, back to the hole, back to the ball. Now keep your eye very steady on the ball. When you're ready, make the putt and keep your eye steady after you've made the putt. Key things are that there's nice steady control between the hole and the ball, and that your eye is very still and very steady, very quiet on the ball as you putt. Oh, that was close.
Well, after that lesson, I'm convinced the quiet eye is a technique that virtually every golfer can use to improve their game, no matter what their skill level. As you've seen, it's relatively easy to learn, and once you grasp it, it stays with you forever. This is Charles Wallace for the Financial Times in Exeter.